Blog Talk Radio.
Yeah. Walking in cathedrals with high ceilings, I feel faint, knowing that their origins is built on the blood of the saints. They on a crash course straight to Hades. Josephus try to tell them, ain't no paradise for this people establishing world rebellion. It's a fixed part in the earth reserved for torment, so judgment, no rest, no water, no food to scorch us, with legions of demons waiting to afflict us for boredoms of eternity. The only fragrance is sapphire and mercury. Your world is of iniquity. Jesuits, Masons, what makes it more relevant when you're hella bent? They be spacing your television. Programming, how they television sacrifice missing children, erected statues, prolific buildings. Check it for lodges, Czechoslovakian, Bohemian, Grove, style gore. How they operate, no remorse, got us lost in the system. Chief demons of exorcism. Many shall say, Lord, Lord, he shall dismiss us. People often perceive evil, not knowing its origin, prince of darkness and its people. People often perceive evil, not knowing its origin, prince of darkness and its people. People often perceive evil, not knowing its origin, prince of darkness and its people. People often perceive evil, not knowing its origin, prince of darkness and its people. Matthew 7:22. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? Is thy name cast out devils? Is thy name done many wonderful works? And then I will confess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity.
No P-O-P-E, gon' say the P-O-P-E-O-P-L-E from falling in the deepest of the belly. Scarlet colored devils in Revelation, but they can't see. Matthew 23 verse 9, but they can't read. Y'all been tricked by the magic and the alchemy. Who y'all call father, rock or knock him off the balcony. Ain't nothing but some wolves among sheep, and they ought to eat. But once a liar meet a lion, who becomes the beast? My people on the road to redemption. Once the Father sent the Spirit to come speak, we all listen. Just trying to keep the faith in these hell-like conditions. Not submissive, you be in a submission, but we all got a mission. So close to land of milk and honey, we can taste that. Where we build under the Father, you can't break that. Readers trying to bring Jake back, but the whole world hates that.
People often perceive evil, not knowing its origin, prince of darkness and its people. People often perceive evil, not knowing its origin, prince of darkness and its people. People often perceive evil, not knowing its origin, prince of darkness and its people. People often perceive evil, not knowing its origin, prince of darkness and its people. People often perceive evil, not knowing its origin, prince of darkness and its people. People often perceive evil, not knowing its origin, prince of darkness and its people. People often perceive evil.
It's the music of my one and only Castanerio featuring John Boyd, taken from his featured CD. And good evening, good afternoon, good morning to you and yours, wherever you are on this world's wide web. You're listening to CSI, Crime Scene Investigation. Will be with you just for a few moments. The Book of Jubilees, Chapter 23. We hope you have had a blessed week. We apologize for being late, but we are here and getting ready to go into it momentarily. If you'd like to join in on our conversation while we are here live, you can hit us up at 347-205-9279 and press 1 on your phone, and we'll plug you into our show conversation. As we get ready to wind things down in the Book of Jubilees, Chapter 23 of the Book of Jubilees on CSI. Reminding you also that we'll be here on Thursday at a special time at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for let's talk. And the topic continues with being black in America. Evening. Here is Ben Israel, and when we come back, we will start in chapter 23.
Yes, yes. Can I share my testimony real quick? See, in like 2000, I cried, man, at Markham Chapel. Broke out in tears, man. I didn't really understand why, but I knew why, because I didn't understand the word, man, and I wanted to so bad in my heart. So here I stand years later, knowing a little bit of Hebrew, speaking it, and having a better understanding of the word, man. So with that said, thank you, Father.
Listen to my story. Ooh.
Yes, yes. Check it, look, we see ourselves not as the saints the scriptures describe, but as filthy sinners saved by grace of slaves' mind. Why? What happened to the chosen shine the light? I see with my ears nowadays and hear by sight. I gotta fight like the Maccabees and take the temple and put the laws in their heart. Yeah, it's that simple. I know you think you're unworthy, saying that he loves me, but you was unworthy, but then he saved we. The crown of death through the line of David. Let's restore the pure language which they say is ancient. I left Be, Gimo Dalahe. Who is he? He is she. Look, I'm giving praise. For one day at Markham Chapel in church I cried. Stephanie was next to me, couldn't believe her eyes. Cause my persona tough guy must remain strong. But pressure bust the pipe for me to feel my father's arms. This is for the unrighteous man, understand. Whitehead, Key West, Florida, crackheads, man. Between the church trying to get a fit. Picture this, and crooked cops in Compton trying to give me it. American gangsters who affected families. The drunk driver who killed my homie's son, you see. Best believe no Pharisee laws inside of me. As I walk in faith, let's give them glory. Cause now I read ingredients, no well-intested. Pig pancreas, chapter 11, Leviticus. Whoa, man, get off that pork, that lobster, that shrimp, crab. Look, you know what I mean? Look, understand my level. Numbers 15, 38 to 39, with the seldom seen. Jeremiah 31, verse 33. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 16. God's word ain't never lied once you read. The NT, the OT, it never died, you see. For Jesus Christ, would you make the same sacrifice? I know too many that his name is so sacred, right? But what about the Inquisition, those thrown in prison? Boiled alive for the faith of the Pope's vision. With your living, so Yeshua ben Yosef, I say, I ain't a Christ killer just because I speak his name. I'd rather upgrade than degrade, remain clean. Galatians 6:16, shalom and mercy. I love y'all, man. And I still gotta get baptized while I'm talking about it, you know what I mean? Went to the church today, man. That's the word I needed, man. As much as I'm studying, you know, I got my tzitzit, my fringes, all that. You know, I still gotta lay down the foundation, man. So go ahead and get baptized, man. So you know what needs to happen next, man. Yeah, man. Check it out, man. I didn't make this for me, man. This album is for free. I would like for you to pass it on. You know what I mean? I don't care, bootleg it, do whatever you want to do. Get it out, burn it, I don't care. Send it an email, whatever. I'm not making no profit off of it. I didn't do it for that reason, man. You understand? I want to see people get better, man. Cause I'm sorry, man. When I look at hip-hop, man, and I see what I see, man, I'm sorry, man. I can't partake in that, man. I know better, man. You know what I'm saying? But hip-hop has always been something that you know, has been in me, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna leave y'all with this though, you know, delight yourself in the Lord and He will give you the desires of your heart, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's Psalms 37 verse 4. So you know, this is my heart right here, man. But I had to get right with God first. He gave it right back to me, man. Such a beautiful way. So you know, good morning to those who's listening in the morning, you know. Focus toes, you know. You know, peace to those, you know, shalom. You know. So for those who understand, you know, Tovmio, very good, you know what I mean? Tovmio. Hopefully I said that correctly. You know what I mean? I don't want my, you know, my teacher, my rabbi to be mad at me, but, you know. It is what it is. The High album. High. Not high as in weed either, man. I'm talking about high as in Hebrew Israelite.
Hold it down for the street.
Lion of Judah.
Let him go.
All I seen the y'all with much honor to Paul. I love you, Ma. Going down memory lane. I call you never. You know I don't like watching television. I'd rather kick back, relax, and television.
Peace, who this?
This is Rap Bob in Israel. You can reach me directly at 213-858-7603 or email me at rapbobbeats@gmail. Aight? Lion of Judah. Holla ooh ya.
And don't forget, we'll be here on Saturday night for Saturday Night Gospel Jam, along with your host, Brother Malachi, that's me, of course, and Sister Fire Harris, right here on Saturday Night Gospel Jam at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. Also, for those of you all who are in the Hattiesburg and Laurel, Mississippi area, don't forget the commentary will be airing on WJMG FM 92.1 on your FM dial at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Definitely want to tune in for that. It's gonna be hot. All right, we're getting ready to start in chapter 23, the Book of Jubilee, chapter 23, beginning with verse 1. And he placed 2 fingers of Jacob on his eyes, and he blessed the Most High of God. And he covered his face, his feet, and slept the sleep of eternity, and was gathered to his fathers. And notwithstanding all this, Jacob was lying in his bosom, and knew not that Abraham, his father, was dead. And Jacob awoke and his sleep, from his sleep, and behold, Abraham was cold as ice. And he said, Father, Father. But there was none that spoke. And he knew that he was dead. And he arose from his bosom and ran and told Rebekah, his mother. And Rebekah went to Isaac in the night and told him, and they were together, and Jacob with them, and a lamp was in his hand. And when they had gone in, they found Abraham lying dead. And Isaac fell on the face of his father and wept and kissed. Voices were heard in the house of Abraham. And Ishmael his son arose and went to Abraham his father and wept over Abraham his father. And he and all the house of Abraham, and they wept with a great weeping. And the sons Isaac and Ishmael buried him in the double cave near Sarah his wife, and they wept for him 40 days, all the men of his house. And Isaac and Ishmael and all their sons, and all the sons of Keturah in their place. And the days of weeping for Abraham were ended, and he lived 3 jubilees and 4 weeks of years, 175 years, and completed the days of his life, being old and full of days. For the days of fathers of their life were 19 jubilees, and after the flood they began to grow less than 19 jubilees, and to decrease in jubilees, and to grow old quickly, and to be full of their days by reason of manifold tribulation and wickedness of their ways, with the exception of Abraham. For Abraham was perfect in all his deeds with the Most High, and well-pleasing in righteousness all the days of his life. And behold, he did not complete 4 jubilees in his life, when he had grown old by reason of the wickedness, and was full of his days. And all the generations which shall arise from this time until the day of the great judgment shall grow old quickly, before they complete 2 jubilees, and their knowledge shall forsake them by reason of their old age, laying all their let their knowledge shall vanish away. And in those days, if a man live a jubilee and a half of year, they shall say regarding him, he has lived long, and the greater part of his days are pain and sorrow and tribulation, and there is no peace, for calamity follows on calamity, and wound on wound, and tribulation on tribulation, and evil tidings on evil tidings, and illness on illness, and all evil judgments such as these one with another, illness and overthrown, and snow and frost and ice, and fever and chills and torpor, and famine and death, and sword and captivity, and all kinds of calamities and pains. And all these shall come on an evil generation which reigns on the earth. Their works are uncleanness, and fornication, and pollution, and abominations. Then they shall say, the days of our forefathers, the days of our forefathers were many unto 1,000 years, and were good. But behold, the days of our life, if a man has lived many and 80 years and 10, and if he is strong 80 years, and those evils, and there is no peace in the days of this evil generation. And in that generation the sons shall convince their fathers and their elders of sin and unrighteousness, and of the words of their mouth, and the great wickedness which they perpetrated, and concerning their forsakenness the covenant which the Lord made between them and him, that they should observe all his commandments and his ordinances and all his laws, without departing either to the right hand or the left. For all have done evil, and every mouth speak iniquity, and all their works are an uncleanness and an abomination, and all their ways are pollution, uncleanness, and destruction. Behold, the earth shall be destroyed on account of all their works, and there shall be no seed of the vine, and no oil, for their works are altogether faithless, and they shall all perish together, beasts and cattle and birds, and all the fish of the sea on account of the children of men, and they shall strive one with another, the young with the old, and the old with the young, the poor with the rich, the lowly with the great, and the beggar with the prince, on account of the law and the covenant. for they have forgotten commandment and covenant and feasts and months and Sabbaths and jubilees and all judgments. And they shall stand swords and wars to turn them back into the way, but they shall not return until much blood has been shed on the earth, one by another. And those who have escaped shall not return from their wickedness to the way of righteousness, but they shall all exalt themselves to deceit and wealth, and they may each take all that it is his neighbor's, and they shall name the great name, but not in truth and not in righteousness, and they shall defile the Holy of Holies with their uncleanness and the corruption of their pollution, and a great punishment shall befall the deeds of the generation from the Lord to the sword and to judgment and captivity, and to be plundered and devoured. And he will wake up against them the sinners of the Gentiles, who have neither mercy nor compassion, and who shall respect the persons of none, neither old nor young, nor anyone, for they are more wicked and strong to do evil, all the children of men. We'll be right back, and we'll continue on with the book of Jubilees in chapter 23. You're listening to CSI, Crime Scene Investigation. I'm your host, Brother Malachi, right here on the Blog Talk Radio Network at blogtalkradio.com.
It's been a long time coming. I had to get away from the things I was comfortable with. For real. Hey, hold up a minute. I went right back to sinning, acting all stagnated. I supposed to be winning, so that's a trick. I can see the devil face, so now I ain't gotta settle for this. And I ain't gotta go back to putting the licks. I ain't gotta cut her up because she is thick. I refuse to go and stole me some bricks. My church family, that's my clique. We breaking down the walls of Jericho. Only speaking the good news, I ain't got no excuses. If it's not for the Lord, I know my life is useless. No time to take grind to be acting foolish, man. My feet keep getting stuck in quicksand. I'm sinking quick, man. Feeling sick without the creator. The world is against me, they snapping like gators. Dog, I'm on my block with the heavyweighters. He on the block slanging the work. I'm on the block singing the word for real. I done smoked my drum. Yeah, dog, got a hunt with G's. I ain't never could get up, dog, cause I ain't got greed. I couldn't see myself being the one in this world still planting bad seeds. I done been there and I done that. I done walked through the whole trap, seeing nothing but problems and no one to solve them. So I left to bring the answer back. He put it in my chest to penetrate the flesh, so I can spread it from the south for the nation to the rest. Rocks of ages clear for me. Let me hide myself in thee so I can have me some peace. I thank the Lord for making me sharp just like a crease. Before I deceive, knowing what I sow I will reap. And man, it hot is hotter than a heap of coal blazing on fire. Don't call me amazing when I retire. Give God the praises, he is do so much higher. Bow down to the Messiah, King of kings, Lord of lords. He don't miss when he shoot, dog. Don't try to crash the board. It's JC who wore it. It wasn't me who wore it. The cross was on his back. Feeling worse than what you would feel if a Mack truck hit you. Don't let the black tux get you unless you know who is with you. Since I've been on this side, blessings been poured from a picture. Since I've been on this side, I'm like 100 times richer. I done smoked my drum. Yeah, dog, got a hunt with G's. I ain't never could get up, dog, cause I ain't got greed. I couldn't see myself being the one in this world still planting bad seeds. I done been there and I done that. I done walked through the whole trap, seeing nothing but problems and no one to solve them. So I left to bring the answer back. Yeah, hard times got me stressing too, but I got a conscience looking over my shoulder like America's most wanted, and that is for my enemy, trying to bring me and my people down. But now he see he got to flee. His game plan is getting more lethal now, seeing the same signs we see, and he see they coming quicker now. Hey, he know God ain't playing. He can see he ain't got no time to be delaying. He letting demons roam. zest, no more smelling like cess. I done smoked my dro. Yeah, dawg, I done hung with G's. I ain't never could get up, dawg, cause I ain't got greed. I couldn't see myself being the one in this world still planting bad seeds. I done been there and I done that. I done walked through the whole trap, seeking nothing but problems and no one to solve them. So I left to bring the answer back. I done been there and I done that. I done walked through the whole trap, seeking nothing but problems and no one to solve them. So I left to bring the answer back. My enemy thought I couldn't make it. He thought everything that he brought against me was gonna bound me with chains for the rest of my life. But when I understood that God was the leader and I'm just a follower, that's how I broke through. It wasn't about nothing I was going through. It was about what I had to overcome. And the things I overcame, that's my testimony to the world. Let us all know we can make it. No matter what we see, we can make it.
And it's the music of Unexpected all the way from Chattanooga, Tennessee, right here on CSI, Crime Scene Investigation. As we get ready to conclude the book of Jubilees, chapter 23, just want to remind you we're going to go with this on chapter by chapter, looking into the book as we wind down in the book of Jubilees. And they shall use violence against Israel and transgression against Jacob, and much blood shall be shed upon the earth, and there shall be none to gather and none to bury. Verse 24, in those days they shall cry aloud and call and pray that they may be saved from the hand of the sinners, the Gentiles, but none shall be saved. Verse 25, and the heads of the children shall be white with gray hair, and a child of 3 weeks shall appear old like a man of 100 years, and their statues shall be destroyed by tribulation and oppression. Verse 26, and in those days the children shall begin to study the laws, and to seek the commandments, and to return to the path of righteousness. And as you can see, we are in those days as we speak. Days shall begin to grow many and increase among those children of men, till their days draw nigh to 1,000 years, and to a greater number of years than before was the number of days. Verse 28, and these shall be no old man, nor one who is satisfied with his days, for all shall be children and youth. Verse 29, and all their days they shall complete and live in peace and in joy, and there shall be no Satan nor any evil destroyer, for all their days shall be days of blessing and healing. Verse 30, and at that time the Most High will heal his servants, and they shall rise up and see great peace, and drive out their adversary. And the righteous shall see and be thankful, rejoice, and with joy and ever, forever and ever, and shall see all their judgments and all their curses on their enemies. Verse 31, and their bones shall rest in the earth, and their spirits shall have much joy, and they shall know that it is the Lord who executes judgment and show mercy to hundreds of and thousands, and to all that love him. Verse 32, final verse. And do thou, Moses, write down these words, for thus are they written, and they recorded them on the heavenly tablets for a testimony for the generations forever. So how can this be that the book of Jubilees was taken out when it says for all generations? Glad you were able to join us here tonight on the book of Jubilees. Our final thoughts and much more announcements will be coming up right after this.
Don't take your life away. Please put the knife away. No suicide today. I'ma introduce you to Jesus Christ today. Ooh, oh, oh, oh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This human being got a reason for believing. I'm living just to please him. When I die I'm gonna see him, and know I could never leave him. The world is crazy cause they treat him like if they don't eat him. In the streets they serve the god of clocks and texts. In the club they serve the god of drugs and sex. In the music world all they serve is money and pornography. Got them all bowing down to a bunny. You growing up cause the god that you serve is in the bottle. Growing up cause you wanna be the next top model. You in fashion girl, but anorexia is the god that's ruining the fashion world. There's the god of false religion, positive thinking. The atheist god tells him that he ain't existing. Listen, I'm a voice of the believers. The God that I bow down to, his name is Jesus. I'ma make it do what it do. I'ma let my light shine through. The world can't stop me. I rap for God cause I know that he got me. I'ma make it do what it do. I'ma let my light shine through. I got the light up in my heart, and whenever I sing I shine my light up in the dark. Everything I read is hopeless. Your essence and your vibe is success. So grab this, you need this. Please won't you read this? Who we gon' read about? None other than Jesus. Read how he came to a world that was roomless. Had to be born with cow and horse manure. They're in the dirtiest, laid the purest. Sin was the disease, but he came to cure this. Read this, how they mistreat and beat this. Whipped him, stripped him, busted up his features. Hung him on a cross, drained his blood like leeches. He screamed louder than 20 Pentecostal preachers. But he shed blood for them same creatures. From the mountains to the valley it preaches. From the hoods to the birds the blood frees. If you're looking for love, his name is Jesus. I'ma make it do what it do. I'ma let my light shine through. The world can't stop me. I rap for God cause I know that he got me. I'ma make it do what it do. I'ma let my light shine through. I got the light up in my heart, and whenever I sing I shine my light up in the dark. I'ma make it do what it do. I'ma let my light shine through. The world can't stop me. I rap for God cause I know that he got me. I'ma make it do what it do. I'ma let my light shine through. I got the light up in my heart, and whenever I sing I shine my light up in the dark. Oh, 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 oh. Come on, come on. Oh, 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 oh. Come on, come on. Oh, 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 oh. Come on, come on. Oh, 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 oh. Now all my children with they
Okay. The book say prove all things. I got that faith that can move all things. So free, I won't travel that road again like a bird. Who gon' never touch the ground again like the king of the jungle. Who can wear his crown again. If you really wanna know what makes you free, John 8:32, that's the truth. We work hard just to make it, and not a soul gon' take it. His chosen people, slaving just to make some change. Not talking under the table, but we underpaid. Found the most high, told my mom there's not a fade. They say the best things in life are free, but I pay for it every time I breathe. They spray our skies and they knock down trees. We just want the L-I-V to the E. Now we know we Israelites, we just hope to shine. Now they trying to close all our open minds. This an uphill battle, you need the rope to climb. Wisdom all in our mouth, not the dinner one. They trade physical slaves for some mental ones. If you think you free, to stop paying rent then. This mental institution you can't put a dent in. We thank the Father for his son that he sent in.
Welcome back to CSI as we have just concluded chapter 23 of the book of Jubilees. Don't forget, we will be here on tomorrow night at a special time at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time with my guest, Apostle George Ivory. George Irving will be with us on tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time right here on the Men Empowered Talk Show, Let's Talk. So we'll be here at a special time at 8 p.m. Mark your calendar, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, Being Black in America. Don't forget, all of you all who are in the Hattiesburg and Laurel, Mississippi area, the WJMG FM 92 on your FM dial, 92.1, our weekly commentary right here on WJMG. And also we are here with Sister Fire Harris on Saturday Night Gospel Jam at 10 p.m. And next week we'll do it again beginning with chapter 24 of the book of Jubilees, 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. Final announcement, letting you all know on September the 7th, 2014 is the return of Smooth Jazz Gospel Sunday will return at 12 noon, September the 7th, right here on Blog Talk Radio. And I will be the host of Smooth Jazz Gospel Sunday. So until tomorrow night, this is Brother Malachi wishing you well and peace and shalom.